Yeah, this is coming from Oijefon Radio Vision on our program titled Youth O'Clock. We were here yesterday. We talked about youth and their impact in the community, what they can do, what they've been doing, and the good and the bad sides of their impact in Nigeria. As you can see, I have another guest with me this afternoon, different from the one I had yesterday. And again, yesterday we had an awesome program, and I think today's one will be better. Good afternoon once again. So let's go on a break. Welcome back. Our guest, can we please know you?
Thank you, my brother. I am Otumba Oluwapelumi Stephen Akisheku, popularly known as Opima.
So where are you from?
I'm an indigenous of Ilaluji.
Ilalujo Oijefon. So real quick, do you belong to the OIC, Oijefon Youth Council?
Yes, of course. I'm a member.
So what can you tell us about them, about the body?
Well, as the name implies, Oijefon Youth Council, it's a body that consists of youths in Ilaluji. Though the door is open for every youth of the kingdom, because it covers all the youth in the kingdom. And since the inception of the platform of the group, the group has been doing wonderfully, and they have been doing their best under the leadership of Comrade Adedokun Adeyono. So that is that.
So thank you for that. And can you please also tell us how did you people come together? How did you come to our group? And how did the body come to stand?
Well, about that, things happened when we have someone who instigates it. So, and I can say this is not the first time Ilology is bringing out the youth forum. I could remember vividly some years back, the youth gathered sometimes ago then, and were trying to put themselves together. But it's unfortunate that that platform there could not take the test of the time. But as God will have it, recently another one was formed, which everyone was invited to join to be a member of the platform. So, from my own part, the invitation got to me, and I think it's a good one. It's nothing bad. So I joined, and since then, people have been joining the platform as well. So, and in fact, to be a member of the platform, we were charged to make annual deal, at least as part of commitments and as part of when you don't pay for something, if care is not taken, you won't know what you won't know the worth of that thing. So, and I think we do that during our school days, we do that in clubs, in association, and so on and so forth. So that is it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Over the time, I've been hearing what the OIC have been doing all in Ilology and outside Ilology, but I would like you to tell our people out there what the youth what they'll be doing to bring development into Ilology.
Well, pertaining that question, uh, we are all youths, and we are all in the community at the same time. Though I'm not part of the executives, but as virtue of my how should I put it, virtue of my own stand and qualifications and other things, I'm a member of the group, and at the same time, I'm also the chairman committee on education. So let me start from the academic part of the uh, forum. I remembered we were able to organize a quiz competition for the primary schools in Ilaloji, and that one took place at Boluji Anglican Grammar School. So I was the chairman of the committee, and even at moments there are some proposals which we have prepared. So I can say in terms of education, and apart from that, we even registered over 25 Ilaloji indiges, less privileges in the just concluded UTM registration. We also anchor that. That is still under the umbrella of the OYC. That aside, recently the forum embarked on drug abuse campaign. Uh, I remember that it was open to everyone to join the campaign then. So because if we see the rate at which our people in town they do abuse the use of drugs, and it's very obvious that if care is not taken in years to come, we might be seeing the unpleasant in our community, in our streets. So the OYC championed the campaign against drug abuse. So that is another one. And again, let me put this to you. Sometimes ago there is an issue in the community which I remembered now. But don't forget, I told you I'm not part of the executives. It will be very easy for the executives to be able to outline the achievements so far. Yet, I can still say some things I know. So I remember sometimes ago we had issues in the market square when the Yalogers they ran to the OIC, and as God will have it, to the glory of God, we're able to caution and you know put things in order. We relate with the local government, with the department, the rate department there, relate with the palace, we also related with the Yalogers, even from other districts then, and we were able to solve that issue and things like that. And even the recent one that happened, which also affected my own side as well, about the recent downpour, I mean rain, happened sometimes ago. Immediately we have the pictures and the videos of the scene. We shared it to the, though many people might have shared it to a lot of people, but from my own side, it was shared to the OIC platform, and immediately the president of the forum, engineer Adedokun Adeyonu, sent it out to the local government chairman because there has been an initial familiarization meeting with the newly elected and sworn in government chairman. That is the Honorable Adebari. And to the glory of God, I can say that with the collaboration of the OYC with the local government chairman, we were able to actualize some things. And even as I'm speaking, the excavator, the swamp buggy that is being working to dredge the water part in this community is currently working as we are speaking. So I can see that that is part of the development. All I've said before now, with what I've just said, are parts of development in which OYC have impacted within the very short period of time the forum started. So,
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Considering all you've said and looking into all you've said, we can all agree that OYC is doing excellently well.
very well.
That's a,
Very well.
that's a good one. That's a good one. So let's take a break. Welcome back. So, Mr. Speaker, that's about OYC, the Different Youth Council. So let's go a little bit to Nigeria economy, and from there we can move into maybe politics. So right now, currently, what are your plights concerning the Nigeria economy?
Mm. Well, as we can all see, uh, there is no smile in the face of the people. That is very, very obvious. It is very, very obvious. But at the same time, you just have to, be contented and strive forward. So, and about the plight, well, we can see poverty is all around. Yeah, and that is the major issue which I hope the government can just try as much as possible to work on. And, aside that, you can also see that inflations, there are inflations in the country. There are hikes in prices of commodities, prices of services, lot of things. So that is that about that. And as well, we can also, it is very obvious at the same time that we are facing insecurity in this country. And that is very, 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 very bad. In fact, in Ondo State presently, Ondo State has been facing insecurity more than before now. The rates at which incidents about insecurities, about killings are happening recently is even more often than before. So that is just my plight about the current situation of the country. And all those things I've just mentioned, the poverty, inflations, insecurity, and so on, they are those things that affect our economy. That is just the truth. If there is security, no farmers won't be scared of going to their farmland to work. And if farmers are able to get to their farmland to work, definitely there will be surplus of food. Everyone will be happy. Look at our roads. If the farmers can go to their farmland, make some cultivations, harvest them, and have a smooth ride to the town, to the city, to sell it, there will be reduction in the cost of the price. We talk about the hike in petroleum as well. So all these things are being jam packed together and they are affecting our economy. God help us.
Amen. Amen. So, looking at some of the problems the Nigeria economy is facing, uh, looking at firstly corruption, looking at unemployment, looking at infrastructural deficit, and looking at maybe other things. So, what do you think uh, could possibly be the solution? Maybe things the government could do to,
Well, I won't like to point finger of uh, in how should I put it? Like maybe I don't want to nail anyone. But the fact remains that our government knows what they are doing, and they also know the solution to every problem. That is just the truth. Let me use the ongoing dredging of water path as an example. There is nothing bad if our government can have at least, if they can't even have one, our local government, they can have three or one per each senatorial district, or even two per senatorial district, or three. At least, let me talk about my own state now, those states. Precisely, let me talk about those. We have six local governments there. Let Ilolujo, Kegbo, and Odibo share one. When we have issue here, let's make use of it. Let Okitipupa and Irele, let them have one as well. Presently, as at yesterday, I read about the news that in Laje, the riverine part of the state, they are in need of this somebody that the water is now chasing them out. That means they need to dredge their water part as well. Let's leave that aside. Should we talk about fire? Thank God for this my brother that raised an alarm recently. You know there is a fire outbreak at Okitipa recently. Before the firefighters can go to from Akure to Okitipa, the whole place has been, burned down to ashes. And I remembered the late Aketi received some numbers of firefighting trucks in the states. I remembered, though I cannot mention the actual numbers, but I remembered. And I also remembered that the current governor, executive governor of Ondo State, also acknowledged the firefighting trucks. But thank God for one of my brothers on Facebook recently, he tagged them. That is it not Joe's Joe Jungle or something. And after that, I can see people reacting that thank God they have been receiving trucks. So these things, our government knows what to do. Just that we only need people to, to give them information. So that is why I said I won't blame government much, but we need to give our government information, let them know what is happening. At the same time, I'm also appeal to the government. Let their essays, their SSAs, their commissioners, those people are very close to the people. Let them work and let them feed the governor what is happening in their community. It should not be SA that will be living in Akure and Alagbaka. It should not be commissioners that will be living in Alagbaka. When you have a commissioner that is not living with the people, how can such commissioner present the needs of his people to the governor? Though we understand that their works will be majorly in the state headquarters, fine. But at the same time, they have to move closer to the people so they can know what's what is affecting them. So once again, we have to continue to appeal to the government. They should do the needful. They should do the needful. All these things are something our government can undo. But levity and Iwakokomi, Unbikita, they don't even care. Look at the water parts they are now dredging. I can confirm to you that the last time we dredged this water part is over 15 years. People are living around it. People are living closer to this river, to this water. So nothing costs our government to bring this machine to these places, even if it is once in 3 years, once in 2 years. Nothing costs them. So that is it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Okima. And this is a challenge to our office holders in Nigeria. You speak with your people, you know what's happening in your community, so you relate that to the governor of the state or the president or the person that are in right position to help the people in the community. So that's good. And Mr. Opima, looking at the challenges we are facing in Nigeria and also uh, the president's policy in Nigeria. So, what advice can you give to the youth?
Well, I've been saying this even with my friends. I do tell them the current situation in this country has made us know that we need to buckle up and double our hustle. That is what I do tell. I I finished school in 2015, though currently I'm still a student. After I finished my NCE, then I did chemistry in school, and presently I can confirm to you that I'm fully into ICT, which is not even closer to what I did in school. And apart from that, there are some jobs, there are some works I'm also trying to, do which I know that can fetch me. Because the situation, okay, for instance, now I live at the extreme end of the community. If I want to take my bike, I use a bike. If I want to take my bike from house to the town in a day, I must buy a fuel of at least 2,000 naira. So that one, and that means I won't even go more than where I supposed to, because if I have extended my movement, I will have to buy more than that. But if I'm not extending it, at least on daily basis, I will buy well not lesser than 2,000 naira. And don't forget that my source of income never increase. What I make, the sales I made in my business never increase. So that means I have to double my hustle. I have to work more. I have a brother in the region here. He's a barber from onset. I know him to be a barber. Along the line, I got to know he's also into talking drum. Recently, I got to know that he's also into aluminium work. So from my own side to his part, I know him to have three different jobs which are fetching him. Seem to applicable to me, seem to applicable to a lot of people. So my advice to the youth is we should just try as much as possible to, strive more, double our housing in a more lucrative and a more legal way. And anyone who has opportunity to further in education should do. We should not be discouraged. Yeah, we should not be discouraged. That is my own opinion. That is my own advice I've been giving to people. Don't be discouraged. If you have the opportunity to further your education, do. No one can tell. So, this is it.
Right, thank you. That's a good one. The youth out there, yeah, just been told to double your hustle. You just face one part. Yorùbá do say pé ọ̀nà kan ò wọjà,
Mm.
ọ̀nà kan ò wọjà. Add one or two, three, four to make a whole. That's how it works now in Nigeria. If the government is not ready to help us, so let us help ourselves. Okay, that's a good one. So let's go on a break. Welcome back. Once again, this is Oijefon Radio Vision and it's Youth O'Clock. Mr. Opima, are you a youth in politics?
Yes, of course. I also practice politics. And even from my uh, from my school days, I'm actively involved in politics. At least in my school then, I remembered I contested. I even started from scratch before I left the school then. I contested as Assistant General Secretary in my department, which I won, not even unopposed. It was a keenly contested election. I emerged. I also contested as a General Secretary as well. I won, having an opposition. I won. And after that, I tried to contest for the secretary then, SUG. Then, but unfortunately, the school had to, and that was the very first time my school, then Adeyemi College of Education, now Adeyemi Federal University of Education, had to give the presidential slots to the NCE then. So then I have to just drop. We have to drop the admission then, to support someone else for the president. And even back home, I also contested at National Union of Religious Students, NOIS, and that is a body that comprises of all the students who are from Ileology, home and abroad, all over the world. So I started as General Secretary, in which I contested, keenly contested, I emerged. So I also contested as president as well. That was 2016, though I lost the first attempt. I lost the first attempt, and I recontested again. I contested for president in 2015 December, and I lost. Then I recontested in 2016 December. I won the election in opposed to major contestants. So I won the election, and after that, and after my tenure in 2017, I joined the uh, passive politics. So since then, I've been a member of the People's Democratic Party, and in fact, in the last Ondo State governorship election, I'm part of the state campaign committee and also part of the local government campaign committee, in which I so much very active in the campaign exercise in our local governments, apart from being part of the SC media to the governorship candidates.
Right. I was going to ask you, uh, okay, like all you said now, I've answered like three questions. That's a good one. You brought them all together. So, Mr. Opima, your name Opima. Since when have you been using it? Is it from the NC days or when you joined the passive politics, like you said?
Well, talking about my nickname, right?
Yeah.
Well, I do tell people that do ask me because whenever you see people are calling you a name, you need to go back home and ask the meaning of name. No, I don't really have much name. My parents named me Oluwapelumi still, and that's the only. Excuse me. Those are the only two names being given to me. Oluwapelumi still and Olawamide. And I see that my parents do call me Opima. Even to this moment, maybe whenever my mother wants to chastise me, maybe that is when I will hear her saying Pelumi. Hardly. So that was the time I asked them, this name, how did you come across it? Ṣé ìgbà tẹ́ ti sọ mí lórúkọ lẹ ti fi Opima sí mi? But it's somehow funny, the response I received. So it happened that the name was being pronounced by someone who joined my naming ceremony after being had Oluwapelumi. So the person just pronounced Oluwapelumi Opima, and that was how the name started. So I can say from when I was being a toddler to the name, and that is the reason why you see the name has been even more popular than my own real name. That is just the truth. People in town, most people don't does not even know me as Oluwapelumi until I tell them my name is Akishiku Oluwapelumi. So Pima has really gone viral.
And some people even have heard of they've had the name Opima but don't know who Opima.
You mean?
I'm not trying to say your name is
Okay.
more popular than
Even than the
you
real
the person,
Pelumi? Yes, that's
you
just the truth.
person. Because sometimes I used to hear about Opima, Opima, who is Opima, who is Opima, until when I maybe met you one day, oh, this is Opima.
This is
This is
Opima.
Opima.
Thank you.
All right. So, let's go on a break a little bit. Well, welcome back, Mr. Opima. I think one of the Tinubu's policies, the local government, you know, what about that? And I'm not sure. I've not really asked about it and how the level at which the autonomy has gotten to. But I know autonomy is coming. I don't know if it has taken a stand. So what can you say about that? And what can you say about local government autonomy, the importance, the benefit, and all of that?
Well, if I can understand you very well, I think you have asked two questions now. You asked about the importance of the local government autonomy. You also asked about the level, the status of the implementation, right?
Yes.
Well, let me start from the status of the implementation. Thank God you are not far from the local government. If I should remember vividly, you just left the local government not even up to a month or two, not even up to 2 months. So, one thing about this country, we know the truth. We know the truth. And the fact remains that I doubt if we have, out of the 36 state governors in Nigeria, I doubt if we have up to 5 or 6 that supported local government autonomy. And why? I don't know. Maybe they could tell us. So, well, thanks to the Tinubu administration that even brought up the issue of autonomy. So I'm very sure that one day, definitely, the implementation of local government autonomy will be fully implemented in the country. I hope so. I hope so, by the grace of God, because it really benefits the people at the grassroots. And let me now move to the second question about the implementation and about the importance of the local government autonomy.
Benefit.
The benefits. It has a very great advantage to the people at the grassroots. It has a very, very, very advantage. Should we talk about the closeness to the people at the grassroots of the local government? When we have a functioning local government administration, which means that we have the chairman, executive chairman, we have the vice chairman, we have the secretary. We also have some appointed supervisors, which are all from some streets in the community. We also have SAs, SSAs. We also have the councillors, which have been elected across the wards in every local government. So let me use Ilelu as an example. As you all know, we have 10 wards in Ilelu local government. So we have representatives from the local government. I remember sometimes ago, the councillor of each was composed of, constructing culverts in their respective wards when they have the autonomy to work. No one will checkmate them, or don't let me say checkmate because we can checkmate them, but no one will. How should I put it? They are not. No one is in control of their funds. The funds will come directly to the local government boss, the chairman, the executive chairman, and the councillors. They will all be together. The chairman will present budget. At the same time, there will be allowances, project allocations for each of the councillors to work. Each of the councillors will go to their various respective wards. They will know their issue. I once aspired as a councillor, yes. But my local my what's it called, my political party PDP eventually boycotted the election. There is a apart from among the many issues my ward one is facing. One of the issues we are facing is we have a road that links Odoyege to St. Peter's side there. If a bike is going to pass through that route, if the bike is not, gallant enough, or the rider is not being careful enough, the rider will tumble. That plays in intervention. Had it been the previous caretaker had been elected and they have full autonomy, the local government is financially buoyant to do that. That is just the truth. We have the funds. We know the amount of money which is being sent from the federal government, apart from the internally generated revenue in which the local government generated. So I do say something. I do tell the elected councillors and that they should be very up and down because we shall ask them questions. We shall ask them questions. So, and that is, I don't want to deviate from the topic, I mean, the importance. So, if there is full implementation of government autonomy, the people of the community will enjoy. We enjoy. The local governments should have tractors. They are bona fide, as in they are financially buoyant to have tractors, to have these farmlands mechanisms, tractors, the bulldozer, so that people can use it, and so on and so forth. These things will also generate revenue to the local government, and the revenue as well will still be used back to do projects for the people. But in a situation whereby, for instance, I'm just saying, for instance, in a situation whereby, for instance, in the month of May, maybe we received an amount of maybe 999 million in local government, and in a situation where you see that the 999 million is not even coming down to the local government, or in a situation whereby someone is at the top that is going to pick maybe 5% out of the 999 million. I'm just saying as an instance, as an example,
Yeah.
when someone would just pick maybe 5% of the 999 million, which is supposed to go directly to the local government, just pay 5% and send it to the local government. Okay, we'll go and use this. What do you expect the local government chairman or the local government team to do? Nothing. Just see them going to office once in a week or twice in a week. Just go there. And that is why you see most of the offices there is being locked. But I thank God for the life of this the current chairman. I can see he has been. I think I even as at this morning I've seen him this morning. Has been in office and he has been supervising lots of us, the ongoing dredging and all those stuff. So having a full implementation of local government autonomy will be a very uh, advantage to the people of the community.
So talking about the welcome back. So Mr. Opima, we are left with little time. So before we go, I would like to ask this final question from you. So talking about the local government autonomy, which will majorly bring development to the local government, to the grassroots. So in recent times, what developments have you seen or do you see in Ilaoluji Okebo from the present political party?
Well, from the present political party, we need to be precise. I think the present political party has been ruling since 2015, and that is at the center. And at the state level, they started ruling from 2017. That's same applicable to the local government. So let your question be precise. Are we talking about our local government or at the state level or in Nigeria? So,
Our local government,
okay.
Ilaoluji Okebo.
Okay, thank you. Well, uh, uh, about the development, well, let me just say this. I'm a partisan person, but at the same time, I have to be very, very, very diplomatic in my things and way of doing things. Well, let me just say this. The Lord continue to help them.
Amen.
The Lord continue to help them. The Lord continue to help them. I believe things are getting better. This is just the truth. Things are getting better. And we are watching. I will definitely ask questions at appropriate time.
Thank you, Mr. Opima. We really appreciate you for all you've said today. You answered my question excellently well and you've spoken really good. I really appreciate your time and really thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation. And God bless you for that. And hope when we connect next time you will answer us.
Definitely, of
Okay,
course.
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Let's take a little break before we end the program. All right, welcome back. Thank you, our listeners and viewers in Ileology, Ondo State, Nigeria, and all around the world. We appreciate you for today's program, for listening to us and watching us. Next time we'll be here, and I would also like you to come for us and come join us at exactly 4 p.m. We'll be having another guest with us. And thank you once again. God bless you. My name is Olawale Olorunfemi, and with me here is
Oluwapelumi Stephen Akishiku
bye
Pima.
bye. Bye.